Engagement, the secret power that transforms any job. Hi, I am Tim Ngotho, a psychologist and coach in Nairobi, and this is TimPsych, Mind in Minutes. Here, we bring you mental health and emotional wellness in plain language. Picture this: two employees walking to work. One is switched on, thinking ahead, connecting with people, finding solutions before problems appear. The other, they show up late, drag their feet, and just do enough not to get fired. Same workplace, same job description, but one is alive inside the work, and the other is counting minutes to lunch. The invisible difference is called engagement, and it changes everything. Gallup, that is the polling organization in the US, defines engagement as being emotionally invested in your work and workplace. But let's take the jargon out. Engagement simply means you care. You put your heart, energy, and creativity into what you do, whether you are in an office, a classroom, a workshop, or behind a wheel driving. It is not about title or position. It is about showing up fully with your hands, your mind, and your spirit. That's why engagement isn't just a corporate thing. It belongs to every field, every trade, every hustle. Now, this is where it gets real. According to Gallup research, only 1 in 5 employees, about 20%, are truly engaged in their work. In Africa, it works to between 19 and 21%, and in Kenya, it is lower. It is between 18 and 19%. This means that 4 or less out of 5 Kenyans workers are either disengaged or actively disengaged. And the ripple effects are huge. Low productivity, high turnover, and a silent epidemic of emotional exhaustion. So, what's behind this? Research again points to a few things: lack of recognition, poor management communication, limited growth opportunities, and toxic leadership styles. In fact, one Kenyan HR survey found that over 80% of employees have considered leaving their job mainly because of their immediate supervisor. Not pay, not workload, their boss. So there is psychology behind the tuning out and tuning back in. In psychology, disengagement is not sudden. It is a slow mental withdrawal. The brain starts by protecting itself from stress or disappointment. When effort isn't rewarded, when feedback is absent, or when someone feels invisible, the mind flips into energy-saving mode. Motivation systems quiet down, creativity drops, and the work becomes mechanical. Over time, the person begins to detach, not because they are lazy, but because the brain is trying to avoid further emotional loss. Re-engagement happens when meaning returns, when there is recognition, autonomy, or a clear link between one's efforts and a valued outcome. In short, the mind tunes out to survive, but it tunes back in when hope, purpose, and belonging are restored. Therefore, there is a role for leadership here. The saying is true. People don't quit jobs, they quit their managers. An immediate supervisor has more impact on engagement than the CEO, HR department, or even salary. A toxic boss can drain energy faster than any workload. They create fear, confusion, and silence, the enemies of engagement. But when leaders inspire trust, give feedback, and show genuine interest, engagement flourishes. The same work, the same pay, completely different energy. We measure engagement through a tool developed by Gallup called Q12. I'll just give you an example of the 12 questions, very simple questions, in Gallup's Q12. Do you know what is expected of you at work? Does someone encourage your development? Do your opinions count? Simple? Yeah, but those questions reveal the heart of engagement: clarity, recognition, and purpose. So, here is a useful question. Can you spot engagement before you accept a job? When you go for an interview, there are questions to ask yourself to understand the kind of organization you are going to in terms of engagement. Ask yourself, do people seem energized or drained? Do interviewers talk about teamwork or just tasks? Do they value initiative or control? Is feedback a conversation or a command? Engagement leaves clues in tone, in body language, in how people talk about their work. A workplace that values engagement feels alive. And now the positive side. Because all we have said may sound grim, but there is that other side. Engaged work is one of the most joyful human experiences. It's that feeling when hours fly by, when you finish the day tired but fulfilled. You feel seen, you matter. Engagement gives work meaning, and meaning gives life momentum. So here is the challenge for today. Wherever you work, ask yourself, am I showing up or just clocking in? And if you're a leader, ask, am I creating energy or draining it? Because engagement doesn't just change results, it changes people. And in the end, it's not just about doing more, it's about becoming more aligned through the work. Till next time, I am Tim, and this is TimPsych, Minding Minutes. I invite you to like, subscribe, and you may leave a comment below. I respond to all comments. More truth, less stigma, here on TimPsych.